What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new video. My name is Daniel Treese. Today I am reacting to the Instagram day, another one of Dylan's vlogs. The premise of this video is it's actually quite simple. We're trying to get 6 months worth of Instagram content out in a singular day. We see a lot of people with a different mindset. What they do is they limit their ability of output. They limit what they can actually achieve, not only in a singular day, but an entire year and across their lifetime. So we've learned from a lot of people, Elon Musk, Grant Cardone with his 10X principle, that you can achieve a hell of a lot more with a certain amount of planning and a different mindset. So let's get into the video and I'll kind of explain a little bit of how we were thinking on that day.
Started, mate.
Well, how are you, man?
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you, Jimmy boy.
Let's go, big Jimmy.
We've got a shitload of work to do, Jimmy.
So I got some food here, Jimmy. What do you want? I got every single country's food. If this is not enough, I got another 30 in the front house.
Yeah, we'll just go around this area. I'll just walk it.
Walk it.
Yeah. Then get back in the car and we head there.
I mean, the first obvious one is planning, right? Think before you do something. We had 6 or so stops to make this day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're going from southeastern suburbs, north suburbs to the city, you need to make sure you have a very specific plan that you're following a certain amount of time. And that's kind of very easy to just think on this day or this with content. That's relative, but with everything, make sure you have a plan. Make sure it's incredibly specific as possible. That way, any variable outside of that is considerably easier to deal with. So a lot of people won't notice, they think that's just an aesthetic, kind of like an aesthetic shot. But that's put in there on purpose, right? We read books, we read often, we read a book a week. And that book there is significant specifically to this video. I spoke about Elon Musk being an inspiration for output, or the amount that you can actually get done. He thinks big, he thinks outside the box. So I'm assuming that's why that shot was put in there.
Boys, you want gods?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Steady, go. So what are you doing?
Get your gods in. If you're not having a Godzilla juice every day, you haven't been watching that content enough. It's said in like every podcast. It's said like at least every week on my Instagram. So get your Godzilla juice in.
Just in the car with the full squad today. We actually got 2 cars. We've got Samir driving, Hendy, the photographer, in the back, Lawrence filming. In the other car, we've got Danny D, as well as Jimmy filming as well. Big day planned today. We're actually in transit to the next location. Got a big photo shoot with Hendy. He's shooting all day long. The goal for today is, because we really want to step up our Instagram to the next level, doing it professionally with Hendy, and we also want to save money at the exact same time. What we're doing is we're just pumping out, we're trying to pump out 6 months worth of photos for our Instagram. We're just banging from location to location. We've already been to the park now, been for a run, done some exercise shots. Next one, we're going to Nando's, and we're just gonna be doing that all day long. So we started 2 o'clock today. Would have been better if we started a little bit earlier in the morning, but gotta do what you gotta do. And we've arrived. This is the place where it all began for me. Nando's Heatherton. So we're at the next location, Nando's Heatherton. This is where it all started for me. The business mind. I learned a lot from here.
It's pretty surreal to be able to look back on kind of where my journey personally started, where I met Dylan for the first time as well. We look so young, both of us there. So to be able to kind of have at least some content to look back on and really reminisce of, the people who we used to be It makes me proud to say the people we are today. So, yeah, when we speak about where I met Dylan or how my journey started when I was working at Nando's, this is the place, Nando's Heatherton. So you kind of got a visual picture now, and yeah, there's a lot of sweat and tears that went into that place.
So this is where it all began for us. For me, it's a big one. I spent 3 years here, 70 hours a week grinding away, felt like shit. I learned a lot from this place. First learned how to work hard, then rose really quickly. Within 2 months, team leader, 6 months assistant manager, 9 months store manager. Learned a lot about managing leadership, business, how to keep the customer happy. That's just the foundation. Then after that, read the books, and just built upon everything. Slow and steady, progressed. Humble beginnings.
Yeah, that's pretty. Dylan does a good job of talking about, his journey there. He talks about his kind of learning how to manage and how to lead people. I remember Nando's, in a similar way, it taught me those things, but it taught me after the fact. So I was, transparently speaking with you guys, I was not a good manager. I was quite bad, actually. I was young and dumb and thought I knew a lot without actually understanding how to manage people, and I learned a lot after the fact. But it's really cool to be able to look back and understand where my mindset was at that point, what Dylan was thinking at that point, and kind of comparing it to how we think now. But for a more on Dylan's origin story, if you don't know, we just released a podcast, episode 10, where it talks about Dylan's why and a lot more about, how Hardcore Head Start itself was actually born. So please go and check that out. It's on the Hang with Hardcore podcast. I'll put all the links in the bio and all that stuff.
So while Samir drives, I'm going to chuck out the laptop. Got to get work done the exact same time, can't be wasting the time.
That's right.
So boys,
Pop it up.
That may just seem like a clip or a filler clip to put in there, but that's still leading by example, and in your personal scenarios at home, you need to be that leader. He's showing hard work. He's showing optimizing his time. He's showing that time is important. It is an important commodity. So, he's leading from the front there. He still does today. A lot of us picked up our game leaders in our certain scenarios as well. So it's a really, really key and one of the pivotal moments. Man, the edit is sick on this. It's really, really good. We had 2 videographers that day, and we had also a photographer. So I believe Jimmy and Lawrence, who were the videographers, worked together on editing this and putting this together alongside Dylan and the boys as well. So it was, man, sometimes you look at your old stuff and you're like, oh, it wasn't the best quality, but it's pretty good. It's really good, actually.
Coming to a place like this, it just literally pumps me up like nothing else. Because people, sometimes they dedicate their whole entire life, all of their life, maybe 20 years at least, to writing one book. All of their knowledge is inside the book. Knowledge is key to everything. Key to everything. People are always looking for the answer. There's answers in front of them. Plentiful, especially with the internet. We come in here, the librarian sees us, that we come in, we only got 20 minutes until it closes. She just starts laughing at us. People don't understand. She's just laughing at us. She's like, we only got 20 minutes to study. You're not going to get any work done. Mate, we're on a mission. We're on a mission today. We have a completely different mindset. Completely different mindset.
Just want to reinforce something Dylan's saying there. We live in a culture where the one thing, or that everyone is looking for the answer to all of their problems. Like, what is that one thing that's going to make me successful? speaking candidly, the answer is knowledge. Okay, whether that's in book form, whether it's listening to a book on Audible, which is what I prefer, whether it's watching content on YouTube, learn, and this is an important bit, learn from A class or the expert, learn from the best people in that field, and acquire as much knowledge as possible, and really that will solve all your problems. Becoming more educated in whatever your problem is the answer to solve it. So that's pretty cool. So it looks like the video is going to... Right. So sometimes you just got to have a little dance because that's what's necessary, right? Yeah, it's pretty funny. So yeah, real key points there is to kind of don't put that limitation on your output. You can really achieve a hell of a lot when you put your mind to it. We did get 6 months worth of content for our Instagrams, and that really pushed and excelled our followings. It did it was really helpful. So it was definitely worth it. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it for the rest of the video. There's a lot of other points in there. Again, if you want to learn more about Dylan's story, because Dylan's the main focal point of that video, because it's his channel, please go and listen to the most recent episode on the Hang with Hardcore podcast, episode 10. You can learn more about his origin story. Again, really surreal to be able to kind of see or compare who even we were back then to who we are now. I'm sure you guys can tell, wildly different. Yeah, do not limit yourself. You can achieve a hell of a lot more than what you think. The two people to kind of check out in that field would be Elon Musk and Grant Cardone with his 10x principle. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. I'm trying to get back into more content. I'm falling in love with it again. I'm falling in love with the process of actually creating it more. So I'm just going to try and put out when I feel the motivation, feel the creativity flowing, and we'll work to some sort of consistency eventually. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.